Hello all, very good evening. This is Karthik from Raj Cloud Technologies. Once again, I welcome you all to today's Data Analyst Power BI Introduction Program. So before starting the session, I'll just give you a brief about the course and all for the just 2 minutes. Okay. So this is our this is our YouTube channel, Raj Informatica Real Time Hands-on Job-Based Training. So we have 35.7K subscribers, and we have already uploaded like more than 400 plus videos. In the video section, you can find out like many useful videos are available here related to many technologies like Snowflake, cybersecurity, Informatica Power Center, Google Cloud, okay, SAP S4HANA and FICO, artificial intelligence and machine learning. So on different technologies, like we have many videos that we have uploaded here. So if you like our content, you can like the videos and comment on the video. And for more videos, please subscribe to the channel. For more videos, please subscribe to the channel so that you'll get all the updates. Okay, whenever we upload any new video related to any program, that might be Power BI or any interview questions, okay, so or any like job openings updates, so everything you'll get here. Okay, so just subscribe to our channel so that you'll get all the updates here. And we have a website actually. This is razinformatica.com. This is our website. Just give me a second. Few people are waiting. Yeah, admitted. So this is our website, razinformatica.com. So earlier it was Raj Informatica and now it is Raj Cloud Technologies. Okay, so we have added like many cloud technologies. So we renamed it as Raj Cloud Technologies. So these are the courses available now. These are the courses available in Raj Informatica right now. So they are artificial intelligence with machine learning, SAP S4 HANA and FICO training, Salesforce admin and development program, cyber security and ethical hacking program, Azure data engineering and Databricks program, Snowflake in the combination of DBT and ADF, Informatica Power Center, Informatica Cloud IICS IDMC, AWS and DevOps program, GCP professional certification training, Kids coding, Python full stack development, Power BI data analyst program, Python for artificial intelligence and machine learning basics, and Tableau. These are the few courses already available in our institute. And so this month, that is in the next 2 days, we are going to launch another 3 courses as well. They are AWS data engineering, React.js program, and so many people are waiting for this program, that is a generative AI. Okay, generative AI. So all these 3 courses we are launching in next 2 days. So keep browsing our website. Keep browsing our website. You will get all the updated information like this. Okay, and apart from these courses, if you just scroll up, there is there is a section called upcoming free live sessions. There is a section called upcoming free live sessions. In this section, we are going to provide you the links. Okay, so we are going to provide you the free session links, whatever the live classes that we are doing here. See, today is a data analyst program class, right? So we have given Microsoft and Power BI free live session 28th at 7 p.m. In the same way, tomorrow we have GCP. Day after tomorrow we have Informatica Cloud, and on Tuesday again we have Snowflake. So in this way, you will be getting all the updates here. In this section, whatever the free live classes are going on in Raj Cloud Technologies, all the links will be available in this section. Got it? Yes. Apart from these things, so we have added like many other useful information as well. That is materials and interview questions as well. In the material section, you can find out like many useful materials here. Okay. And in the interview section as well, you can find out like many useful interview questions as well here. And apart from these things, so for the freshers, so whoever is going to complete your graduation in the month in the year of 2026, for you people, there is an internship program is also we are offering here. Okay, so this internship program is for only freshers. Okay, so either you might be undergraduate or like a post graduation program, like whatever you are doing. Okay, so for you, there is an internship program is also available here. Okay, now let's get into the program, data analyst and Power BI program now. Okay, yes. So this is our page. This is our page. You can see here new batch is starting on 28th June 2025. So today is the first introduction class that we are taking for this batch. Okay, and from today like we are starting a new batch, and this batch like see we have 2 batches in the morning and evening. Okay, morning and evening we have 2 batches here. The morning batch is from like 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. IST, and the evening batch is from 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Okay, so these are the 2 batches available here. Okay, These are the two batches available here. And coming to the timings and the fee structure, everything we'll discuss. Everything we'll discuss in the end of the session. In the end of the session, I'm going to tell you a special prize is also available for you. So all this information you are going to get it at the end of the session. So just to stay connected, just to stay connected, you'll get all the information. Okay. And before handovering the session to our trainer Ambarishan Garu, I request everyone, I request everyone to share your name and your WhatsApp number, so that we will be adding you to the data analyst Power BI real-time project group. So where many people are available here, like more than 200 to 300 plus people are available in this group. Okay, so all these are professionals, our alumni, and the people who is already currently working in data analyst Power BI programs. Okay, so if there is any referrals are available, if there is any technical content that you required, okay, so all these things you can get it from this group. Okay, you can keep sharing your name and WhatsApp number in the chat box. We'll take sharp 1 minute break. We'll take sharp 1 minute break and just share your name and WhatsApp numbers here in the chat box so that I'll hand over the session to our trainer Ambarishan Garu. So you have the access, right? You have the access to chat with us, right? Can someone confirm me, please? Yes, because thanks for the confirmation. So hope you can share your name and WhatsApp numbers here in the chat box so that like we'll start the session. Thank you, Arif Khan. So still anyone? Yeah, 50% of the people have given the WhatsApp numbers. Okay, so remaining people you can post. We'll have another 30 seconds. We'll have another 30 seconds. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. So if you have any queries, then only unmute and speak, okay? Meanwhile, please mute yourself. Okay, so hope you are done with your number sharing, right? Yeah, Amrishan, over to you, please.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Karthik. Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to this session on Power BI. Let me go ahead and quickly get started. Let me share my screen and we'll quickly get started here. Okay, so just sharing my screen. All right, good. I hope everyone can hear me clearly and my screen is all visible. Yeah, can I get a yes on the chat box, please? If you can hear me clearly. Yeah, thank you. All right, good. So let's go ahead and get started with the introduction to what we will go ahead and cover in the course. Before that, I'll go ahead and get started with my introduction. My name is Ambarishan. You can call me Amber in short. And I have over 15 years of experience in the IT domain. I have worked on different technologies on data warehousing. I got into these different data visualization tools in the past. But I predominantly train people these days on various data visualization tools. And I've been training people for more than 8 years now. And I am associated with Power BI for more than 10 years since the launch of this tool. I've seen this as a baby. I've seen it grow. I've seen it evolve. So this is a great tool right now that people are using for data visualization, and it's one of the top tech leaders in the market right now. Okay, so that's how I would project it, present it. I go by training a lot of people on different skill sets. Power BI is one of the tools, but I also teach people on Tableau, ClickView, ClickSense. These are different vendors and tools that are there offered by various vendors. Okay, let's go ahead and understand what are we going to look at this in this particular course. So let's just go with that. Okay, I'm just keeping an eye on the chat box as well. Let's see. Okay, great. Um, I would go on a high level perspective here. I'm not going to go into too much of detail, given the amount of time. We'll go ahead and cover a few topics here. Let's go ahead and make sure that happens. Okay, a few highlights of this course. This is going to be a Power BI course. Yes, of course, we will be learning a lot of Power BI stuff, but we'll also, and you will also get something on Oracle SQL. This is a free add-on to this course, so you will get some, recorded sessions and other things on SQL. I'll let my team talk about it at the end of this course. So you are not only learning Power BI, but parallelly you'll be going through a lot of SQL stuff, and that is going to be one of the mandatory requirements to have when you learn Power BI. Because imagine, industries and people who are generating a lot of data. Let's say organizations like Amazon. Yes, these organizations or these businesses are generating huge amount of data. You don't expect these organizations to use Excel files to go ahead and save and work with the data. So definitely we need to go ahead and understand and have a knowledge on any SQL databases. And Oracle is something that you learn, and you can apply the same concept in different databases that you can go ahead and work on. Okay, so that's something that you're getting as an add-on, but we will have a live session on Power BI. Okay. And the advantage that you get here with respect to this course is we'll go through DAX. I'm not sure if you have heard of this term called as DAX, but we'll go through extensive training on DAX. I'll be walking you through this entire course. And let's say this course is about 30 hours. We will go with like about 30 to 40 more hours or so. And in that, out of 30-35 hours roughly, let's say that's all going to be the lectures from my side. I'm going to give you lectures on DAX alone for more than 10 hours. Okay, so we will deep dive into DAX here, and we'll understand the very basics to advanced concepts. We'll go through, like I said, an extensive knowledge on DAX, and you should be able to go ahead and grasp all the concepts and then go ahead and apply all of these different things whenever you're given a scenario or some sort of a problem at hand. You should be able to go ahead and solve all of that. Okay, so that's how we have designed this course. And there are a lot of different features that you can go through, but I'm just going to walk you through the real content of this course. And again, on a high level, how you want to approach it. But my focus is going to be more on delivering some of the topics that I wanted to go ahead and deliver today. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. All right, so let's go through this course. And what we will do first of all is we'll understand the architecture of Power BI. Now, how does this entire course is all set up? Plus Power BI, how is it all set up first of all? So what are the different places you go ahead and work on? How do you go ahead and publish your report? Where are the users going to go and view the reports? All of these are very important. Okay, so we'll go ahead and understand that part sometime soon. And we'll get started with something called as Power BI Desktop. Okay, so we will be working on Power BI Desktop, and we'll get some basic understanding on the desktop version of it. This is where you'll be spending most of your time. 99% of your time will be spent in the desktop version. And from here, you'll be building the reports. You'll be publishing that to the Power BI service, which is going to be a cloud-based environment. So that's where the users are going to be logged in and they will access these reports. Okay, so we'll understand how to get to the data, because that's very, very important. So we'll understand how to connect to the different data sources. And I'm going to teach you how to connect to different file systems, something that is lying on the website, and on-premises databases like Oracle or SQL. I'll go ahead and show you how to connect to cloud-based environments. Now, Power BI offers you a wide range of connections, but we won't be able to go through all of that. But I'm giving you a varieties of the different connections that you can go through, and that will definitely tell you how to go connect to any data source, and you should be able to go ahead and work on that. Okay, so that is our first objective. You need to go ahead and get to your data to work and build reports on top of that information. So we'll get to that data and we will be connecting through Power BI Desktop to all of these different data sources, get the data in. Okay. And after that, you have done with the connection part. Now remember, and I'm going to give you a statement. This is going to be very much valid with every single data set you go and work with. Okay. So what happens here is the data that you're bringing in is never clean, no matter how clean it looks like in your source system. Let's say it's an Excel file, it's a database, it can be anything. But whenever you bring it inside the Power BI environment, there are going to be some problems coming in. So that's how it is. So we need to go and transform the data. We call this as data cleansing and other terms. We'll get to that in a minute. So this is all about cleaning your data, okay? Data cleansing, and that's how you go and work on it, okay? So we'll talk more about transformation. Transformation is anything like, let's say you have 100 columns and you'll hardly work with 20 columns. You don't have to bring in 80 plus columns inside your tool. Okay. You can ignore all of that. You can delete all of that. You can just get rid of all of that. That's how I want you to look at this. So transformation is all about adding more meaning to what you are bringing in, or in other words, removing anything that you don't want. Okay. It's all about, data cleansing and other stuffs that goes on. We'll deep dive into that as we progress. Okay. Let me see. There's a
Right.
question on the chat here. Yes, please.
Yeah, can we cover ETL tools also here?
See,
I mean
ETL is a
SSIS.
separate stuff. Okay. ETL is a separate thing altogether. And what we won't be doing is we don't go and cover a separate tool altogether like that. We have some ETL capabilities here, and we will be going ahead and definitely covering that. Okay. So we will do that, but we will not go ahead and cover ETL tool as such. This has some functionalities and we will go ahead and work on that for sure. Okay. Yeah. So we'll take that up soon. Okay, I see a question here. It is it any coding language required in Power BI? No, there is no coding language here. The answer is already there in the chat box. Thanks for that. So there is no coding language. This is a platform where you go and drag and drop and build some things, that is how it's going to work. And there is certain language that is required. This is more of a formula language. Yeah. If you have written something like a simple sum of, few cells, if you have added a few cells in Excel, we will go and write something like this. This is what is called as DAX. It's all coming up. And that's what I mentioned. We will be learning that in detail. So we will be writing and going through some formula languages that's there. And we will be learning that in detail. So this is all coming up. You can see some DAX stuff coming up later. I'll just explain you that. So there is no real coding as it's not a coding platform at all. It's a drag and drop report builder. It's a user interface based building platform, report building platform, and you just go and work with that. Okay, it's not something that you go and code on. All right, good. Let's have the questions on the chat box, please, and we will just take that up in some time. Okay, as I progress, I'll take those different things. Okay, now this transformation that we are talking about, this is more of that, ETL stuff. We are trying to go ahead and extract the data, right? So we were trying to go ahead and connect to our data set. So this is more of that extraction process that goes on. So we are extracting the data and then we are doing a transformation here. So that becomes our transformation step. And finally, you'll just go ahead and load the data into Power BI. So that becomes our loading part. So we are not covering an ETL dedicated tool here because this tool can do some ETL stuff. Plus, this is not a course on Informatica or any other ETL stuff. There are dedicated courses for that. You can go and check that out in our website, and you can very well go through those different courses. And if you're interested, please enroll for that course because that's an extensive learning curve. And do you know how long a particular data warehouse project goes on? Data warehouse project that I was part of just went on for like 9 to 15 years. So identifying the source systems, understanding the data model, going ahead and building that data model, going ahead and setting up all of that and making it all live takes a lot of time. So I've worked on one of the data warehouse projects, which went on. I was there until I saw that it was just 9 years down the line. I was there for 3.5, 4 years of that particular project. And then it all went on to go and be completed in next 6 years. So that's an extensive ways of going ahead and building and working with that particular environment. So that's how long it can be. And it's a dedicated and a separate process. It has some Power BI has some ETL capabilities. We'll learn that as we progress. Okay. All right, moving on. What you do after you load the data, cleanse the data, is you start working with some data models. Okay. And we'll go ahead and work on these data models. Now, these become the base for your Power BI tool. So we will go ahead and learn how to do and work with data models. And why is this really essential? What is it really helping you to do? All of this is how I'll go ahead and teach you. Now, you can be from any background. Let's say you have already worked on some technical tools, or you are into some other coding platforms, or you have no technical background at all. When I say technical, I'm talking from this computer science background. If you have gone through some of these tools and technologies and you are into all of this so long, that's what I'm calling as a technical stuff. So if you don't have these different technical knowledge, that's also fine. You can learn this tool right away. If you're coming with a fresh mind, it's easy for you to grasp a lot of concepts and you'll definitely learn it. So there is no prerequisite here. But I would say, yes, there are some things that you'll have to eventually learn as you progress through this particular career path. Yes, if you learn Power BI, of course, you'll have to go and go to an organization, work on a different project. And inside a project, often there is a database in place. Okay. So you'll have to definitely learn how to go and query the database, how to get the details out of the database. So that's where that SQL stuff comes in, and SQL knowledge is very much important. You'll have different databases, but all of them just kind of, go with that SQL based information. So that's how I want you to go and look at it. So that is very important. Now, if you're learning Power BI, I would say Excel, formulas, and other things, a very basic knowledge should do. And that is also important. So if you ask me what is the prerequisites here, I'm saying that it's prerequisite but not mandatory. You can learn Power BI separately as well. I would say SQL plus Excel knowledge is what we need, but it is not mandatory. Even if you don't know anything about it, that's fine. As you progress, and if you enroll for this course, like I said, you are already getting a SQL session video for that, and you can go through that and you can understand what's going on. Okay. Yeah, so we'll learn about the data modeling stuff. This is again important. This is again the base and foundation for your learning. That's how I want you to go look at it. Okay. And we'll talk more about DAX during our session. Like I said, it's an extensive coverage of DAX here in this particular course. And you will see a lot of different functions, a lot of different things that I go through. And this is a huge list by itself, the DAX functions and all of that. Okay. So I'll cover that later. But if anyone is interested in DAX, if you want me to demo things on DAX, and if you really want to understand how easy it is to go ahead and do that, put DAX in the chat box. I'll try to cover that in this demo. Okay, so let's see. So if you just say DAX in the demo on the chat, I'll just go ahead and take that up in this particular demo. Let's see. Now, after you have done all of this, after you have connected to the data sources, after you have gone ahead and built the data model, you have worked on DAX, that's when I start visualizing my data. I don't jump right into the data set and start visualizing it right away, because you need to do a lot of cleansing. Yes. So the data, like I said, the data is never clean. The data model has to be built. You have to go and work on your formulas. And then it becomes easier for you to go and take that and put that in your chart, graph, and visuals. You can build these visuals just like that with no difficulties if you have everything in place. Now, if they are not in place, in the sense you don't have the data cleaned and you want to always go back and forth to clean the data, you drag and drop that particular information onto your chart, and then you realize that, okay, this is not coming out right. You want to go back and then, cleanse your data. Now, that's going to be too much of a task. So when you go scan through your information, take your information into Power BI, and I'll go through that particular exercise with you today, you will have to understand that the data, no matter how clean it looks like, in the data source, it is going to be always different when you take it through this tool, Power BI. So you'll have to definitely cleanse your data. Okay. So once you do all of that, we'll go and learn how to visualize the data. This is the most easiest part. Okay. You don't have to stress at all. You don't have to sweat at all. This is the most easiest part. But if you can just go and work on anything that we have talked about so far, how to connect to the data, how to transform the data, how to data model your information. So all of this is very important. And finally, working on the DAX expressions and getting your formulas right, framing your formulas and keeping it ready. Then it's just a drag and drop, and you can just go and build visualization like ease. Okay. So that's how I want you to look at it. And that is how it's going to be. Okay, I wonder how long would be each session in the upcoming course. Yes, so each session is roughly about 1 hour to 1.5 hours. I'll take at least, and the maximum would be 1.5 hours at least to go ahead and cover a day's topic. So that's how it's going to be. And yeah, it can be extended or it can go beyond that based on the questions and other answers that I have to go ahead and give. So that is how it is. So we'll roughly plan for 1 hour to 1.5 hours, and that's what is the course duration every single day. Now, like my team member suggested, we have a morning batch that's already going on, and then we will have an evening batch, and we'll also go and see how that works. Yes. So yeah, if you are interested in one of these batches, we are starting an evening batch sometime soon, but a morning batch will be started within a week or so, and we will be able to, take your inputs and based on that enroll you for those different batches. Yeah. Okay, after I'm done with all of that, we are done with visualizations. I'll build an in-class project for you. I'll build an effective, full-fledged report, and that's going to be an in-class project that I do. Okay, so that's going to be something that we do. And once I build all of that, we are going to publish that to Power BI servers. We'll go and work on different things. We'll talk about the server side of things as well. So it's a developers based programming language, or I would rather say not programming language. It's a developer based course. And then what I would say is you are talking and thinking from the developer's perspective. You want to go and understand, you know, um, how to build a report, how to publish the report, how to let the users access all of that. That's very, very important. So we'll go ahead and do all of that way. And finally, we'll have some other concepts touched a little bit. These are some buzzwords these days. What is Microsoft Fabric and what are we doing on top of it? So Power BI is going to be built on this particular platform. Okay, this is a platform. It offers you a lot of different, tools. Like you can see all of this Lakehouse and then data flows and synapses and so on and so forth. It offers you a bunch of different tools and they all collaborate, come together to give you and your organization a seamless experience of moving the data, working with the data, reporting on certain different details. And let's say you want to trigger some alerts and all of that. It is a ecosystem that is helping you to build everything around the data that you have today. And it's going to be one of the best platforms to go and work with. Okay. So I'm going to give you a glimpse of all of that at the end of this course, and that's how things are going to work. Okay. Right. So without further ado, let me just show you how things work. And I'm just going to dive right into the tool itself and we'll understand how to work with this tool. Okay. It's just going to be a simple demo today. I'm not expecting too much of things to be covered, but you can of course go to our YouTube channel and just search for, Power BI here. And what I would suggest is go through some of the videos that we have already uploaded. Okay. So you'll see that we have uploaded a lot of videos and you can see my name there, right? So we have uploaded a lot of videos, and these are some of the detailed videos of our first few sessions, 1, 2, 3 sessions maybe. So we have uploaded all of that. Go through this and you'll find some, things that are getting repeated. You can just go through 1 or 2 sessions and then you can just do that. So for example, this was our batch one, session 2 video, and similarly find batch one, session 1, session 3 video. So you'll get that and you should be able to go ahead and work on it. I'm just going to give you a link. Just bookmark it and keep it. Have a look at it. Go through these different details, and you'll see how basic, from the very basic, I'll go to the very detailed levels of explaining things. And I would treat everyone as a fresher, as someone who does not have a knowledge here, and I will go from that lowest level of giving the information to gradually upping the knowledge and then going forward and making it and taking it to the way advanced level. So that's how I do it. So just go ahead and look at all of that and understand how we go through these different things in the real sessions. And these are real first few sessions of recordings that we have. Just go through that. Okay. All right, great. With all that, I'll just move on to the tool itself and I'll show you how this works. And we'll go ahead and learn everything in detail from the very scratch, from the next session onwards, from the real session onwards. And I'll just go ahead and give you a simple glimpse of how this tool is, how easy it is to work with this tool. And, if you want to understand, okay, is there a coding involved? Is there something really involved like that, you'll be able to understand all of this in this particular demo. Okay. All right, let me just go ahead and open Power BI. And if you have any questions, please feel free to post that in the chat box for now. I'll take that up and I'll open the floor for Q&A in the last few minutes. We'll just go ahead and take those questions, one-on-one questions that time. Okay. So stay tuned, and I would request you to be here for the entire course, entire session today, because I think my team has some other offers for you to go ahead and explain. So they will give you that information sometime soon. Okay, let me just go ahead and do that. Let's just go ahead and have the Power BI desktop open here. So I'm just opening Power BI desktop. Now this is where you work uh, most of the time, and you'll be able to go ahead and work on this. Like I said, 99% of the time, you'll be spending your time here, and then you'll be moving your report to the cloud-based environment where you can publish and work on different things there. Okay, we'll talk more about that later, but I'm just going to bring up this tool here. So yes, so that's on our screen right now. Now, every time you open Power BI desktop, what you have to do is you'll have to create a blank report. Everything that you do inside Power BI is going to be a report that you build. And let's get into that, and we'll understand the ecosystem, the setup, the environment here, and then we'll go ahead and understand how this works. Okay. I'm going to click on this one here. I'm going to click on the blank report. And what we will do is we'll go ahead and connect to the data set, and we will just go through the ways of working with the data, ways of building certain things here and there, and then we'll see how easy it is to go ahead and build something out of this particular tool. Okay. Yeah, the nitty-gritties of it, I'll go ahead and cover that from the real session onwards, but let's go ahead and keep this session as a demo session, and we'll just go through that. It's just all about the participants here to know how easy it is to work with Power BI. I will just go ahead and say that this tool is easier than Excel. Go to any Excel guy who has worked on Excel for the last 10, 15 years. You ask them if they have got introduced to Power BI, which one is the easier tool? They'll definitely say Power BI. Okay, Power BI is going to be much easier to work with than any other tool out there in the market right now. It's a drag and drop report builder. All you do is just UI based, things. You input the details to this tool through UI, click off a button, and that's it. And then it will generate those results for you. Okay. I may just go ahead and say, it may sound so simple, but there are a lot of, again, small details that you have to go ahead and learn, understand. And there is a foundation where everything comes together. We have to know that. And that's the reason, I'm going to take this in this direction, and you'll get that right direction to go ahead and work on these tools. Okay. All right. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and connect to some data set. And like I said, the data may look clean, so clean in your source system. But when you bring that into Power BI, you'll see all the flaws in that world, and you'll see everything in front of you. So let's see how to clean some data, load the data here, and then I'll quickly go ahead and build some visualizations right away. And you'll see the easy ways of doing all of this. It's going to be super easy for sure, and you'll understand that part here. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. So let me quickly show you what am I going to connect to. Okay, I'm going to connect to one of the data sets from the website, and I'm going into a website called as worldometers.info. I'll share this link with you. You can try this as well. Installing Power BI is simple, and also it's free. You don't have to pay for licenses. There are no trial periods here. So you should be able to install Power BI very quickly and easily. So if you want, just let me know. I'll give you the steps to go ahead and do that at the end of the session. Okay. Now I'm here in this Worldometers website, and we will just go ahead and come down a little bit. We'll see that there's a table here, right? So you should be able to go ahead and extract the data from this table, and we will just do this. Now this is a table in a website. Now how does website work? They use HTML code, right? Behind the scenes is all HTML code, and they will have some CSS and a lot of things going on. That's fine, but it's all HTML code, and that's how this works. Okay. Now this tool, Power BI tool, is going to go read this HTML based code from this website. It is going to extract this table from that HTML code, and then it is going to go, load it into Power BI. We'll just go ahead and talk about it in a while. Let me see. There is a question here. Power BI learning requires work email. Can I install this without personal email? You don't have to have a email address to really go ahead and download and install it. I'll just give you this. Go to your, Windows machine, I hope you're using a Windows machine. From your Windows machine, you may be having something like this, right? You have something like Microsoft Store. If you can just click on that, I'm just going to open Microsoft Store on my machine. Okay. And what you get is in this Microsoft Store, you can go and search for Power BI Desktop. All right. Now, installing this is not a big deal, and it's not going to ask you for email address, and you don't have to sign up also to go and work with that. I understand the email address and the personal email address is not required or will not be accepted by Power BI or Microsoft for some reason. That's for something else. Okay, that is for when you want to go and publish your reports, you need to have that work email address. You need to have a school or work email address for sure, and you want to create a Power BI service account based on that. But for a desktop version, when you want to go and open and work with your Power BI desktop version, you don't have to sign in. I have signed in here because I have a subscription with Microsoft, and I pay some subscription fee on a monthly basis to go and access this environment, plus the Power BI service environment. Power BI service is a cloud-based environment where you go and publish and you save your reports. So if you want that kind of an access, that's when you go and log in. Otherwise, it's not required. So I would say download and install Power BI Desktop through your Microsoft Store. Okay, just go and do that. And this is a free software, like I said. You don't have to really sign in. If you get a pop-up saying it has to be signed in, you just close that window, go further from there, and that's how you can go get into this window. Okay, so you don't really require a sign in. It is a free software. You can work on this for free. Okay, there is no trial period, no licenses required yet. But if you need to share and collaborate with your users, that's where that work email address, subscriptions, and all of that come into play. Okay, so until then, it's all free. Okay, good. Let's move on. So I'm just going to connect to this table here. And like I said, it's a website, and we want to go ahead and connect to this particular website. So I'm going to take this link, and we will just go ahead and load it very quickly here. So what I'll do is I'll go to my Power BI file. So we want to get to our data, right? So that's the first thing. This is a tool that will pull the data into this tool itself, and then we can go ahead and work and build the reports here in this particular environment. But we have to bring the data into the tool first. What you'll observe is the very first icon here, is going to be the get data icon. All right. And this is what is going to help us to, kind of pull the data from that website. And it offers a lot of different data sources. So if I just click on that icon itself, okay, you can click on the drop down here, you can go to a lot of other information. But if I click on the icon itself, it's going to go open a get data dialog box. And what happens here is you'll see that this offers you a huge list of data sources that you can connect to. Okay. So what if your data source is an Excel file? Yes, you can connect to that. What if it's a SharePoint folder? Yes. What if it's a SQL Server environment? What is its the old ways, Stone Age kind of a database, like an Access database? What if this is a Oracle database? You can connect to any of these different things, and you can just go and choose where your data lies, some Azure platforms and Salesforce environment, and all of this, and you can just go and get to your data using that. Okay. So in this case, what we are trying to do is we are trying to go with the website. So let's see if there is anything on the web related stuff. I'm going to search for that. And there we go. We have a website based connector, and we will be able to connect to the website. Can you see the tooltip? I can't zoom in. The tooltip will go away. So it says import data from a web page. Very good. That's what is our requirement. So I'll go ahead and click on that, and I'll just say connect. Let's go ahead and do that. As I proceed, let me just go ahead and take that question. In Power BI, any enterprise version is also available in organization. No, they still go and use the basic free version. There is nothing enterprise level or a personal level of tool. Everything that you will get in an enterprise level version is already available here. This is the full version. Microsoft is not having 10 different versions. They don't have to manage, the limitations and other things for different products. They just have one single product. It's free of cost. It's given to you. The same tool is going to be used by the organization. The only thing is, if you want to publish, you need to have a subscription. That's it. And that's a different thing. That's where the costing comes into play. But for now, it's all just one version. Good. Okay, so this is the ask here. The Power BI tool is asking us, okay, where is the website and what is the URL of it? Yes. And again, are we coding anything here? Are we starting with any line of code? No. So the user interface is going to ask you a lot of questions. You're going to pass these inputs as answers. And what happens is you are just taking things forward. That's all you want to understand. Okay. So I'll just go ahead and give this URL, Control V. I've copied that from that website. And I'm just going to say, okay. All right, let's go ahead and take it to the next step. And you'll see that I'm going to be connecting to that particular environment. And since it has to go scan through that entire website and then look for all of those details, it's going to take some time. It's not lying in our local machine. It has to go connect to the data set from somewhere else. It has to scan through that entire website, scrape all those different tables that we have there. So let's go back to the website once, and I'll show you how we have this. Now, this is the table that I'm targeting to go and, kind of load it into Power BI. But you'll also see that we have, this is all about all the countries in the world. We talk about the world totals and other things here. But we also have information on Europe. We also have information just for the North American countries, right? All the countries just for North America. And we're talking about COVID cases here. And we are just going through the Asia, South America, and so on and so forth. And all of these are different tables as well. So Power BI will start listing all of these tables in front of you, and you have to choose, okay, what table should you go and load? So that is all the different choices that you make, and we'll start seeing all of that come up. Okay, there is not just these different tables. There is also a table for yesterday. There is also a 2 days ago. Now, these are not, real-time data. It has stopped loading and refreshing this environment. But during the COVID time, I was just referring to all of these websites, and I saw that data updated. And if you have the ability to go and bring that into a tool, you can visualize that and you can create your own COVID dataset report, and you will be able to go and work with that. Okay, let's see how to do that. So let's go back to Power BI now. And what we will see is we'll see a list of tables. Now, these are all the tables, kind of scraped from that particular website. And you see this information coming in. Now, the problem here is it just says table 1, table 2, table 3. We want to go ahead and make sure that we are loading the right table. Okay, now this can be very daunting, very difficult, but it's not the real case all the time. Since it is all a website based information and probably they have not added any name to that table, maybe that's happening that way. But when you go and connect to a database or a good, nice data source, it will always have a name. The table will have a name and you'll be able to take it forward. Okay. In this case, I'm interested in table 1, and you will see that the table 1's count will all match properly. So if you look at the total deaths, let's go with that number. It's 704. Okay, no, not total deaths. Let's go with total cases. Okay. It's 704,753,890. That's the total count I'm seeing here. So what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll just quickly check whether that's the data that we're looking at. Yes, that's the same number here. 704,753,890, and that's the same number that I'm looking at. So we will go ahead and load this table. But like I said, it's not that clean. It's not going to be so much easy to go ahead and work with this information. You'll see that on the right hand side. Look at that. You will see a lot of columns that are all null. Yeah, like I said, it's showing something in the website and something else is coming in the Power BI tool. Okay. Yeah. The reason this is all here is because some time ago, when I was just referring to this particular website, this website used to have a lot of columns. So there were a lot of columns here, and we were having so much of information in this particular site. And since this, updates and COVID cases stopped coming in, the website wanted to just keep it concise, short and sweet, and they just removed all those other information and they just have this information like this. Now, probably Power BI is trying to read all of that information, and that is why it's giving you all of this null values here. These are some things that you don't want. And like I said, the data sources are going to show you the best things. But when you take it into Power BI, you'll understand the data is never clean. I gave you the statement, and this is how things work. Okay. Now you'll also see that there are a lot of other issues here. Now you don't want to have, let's say there is a world total here. We're talking about total cases. And let's say if I were to understand, okay, what is the total number of cases in the entire world? What would be the simplest thing that I'll do? I'll go ahead and do a sum of this entire column. Yes, we'll just go ahead and do a sum of this entire column. Now summing up this column has or creates a problem here. You can see that there is a world level information, world level total. So there is also this country level total, yes or no? So you have country level information. Now, if you add all the country level total, can you go and get to this level, the world level total? So since you have the world total plus the country level total, that's already doubling your information. Plus, you have one more, you have continent level information. Look at that. There are continent level totals as well. That's going to just 3x your values. And these are just a little simple things that are coming in this table. And you have to go and make sure that you're going to go work on this and cleanse this and then take it forward. Okay. So the data is never clean. Please remember that. And that's when we go and do some transformation to this one. We have to modify these information. We have to make it more cleaner. And then we'll have to go and take it forward. So I'm just going to quickly do this for you. And let's just go through this. Let's see how that works. Okay. Now, I would have just gone ahead and loaded this data if the data was all clean. Okay, that's what we are going to do. And someone just said, and someone mentioned ETL. Yes. So ETL stands for this particular information. We are talking about extraction process. We are talking about transformation process. Okay. And we're talking about loading. Okay. This is what an ETL means. ETL stands for extraction, transformation, and loading. And that's the simplest and the shortest form of this particular detail. So what are you trying to do? You're trying to go ahead and extract the data, right? So you're trying to go ahead and extract the data. So we use this information to go ahead and extract the data. Now you're looking at the data and you're seeing that there are a lot of anomalies, a lot of flaws with your data, and you want to go ahead and make sure that the data is all cleansed before you take it forward into Power BI. Okay. So what you have to do is you'll have to go ahead and do some transformation. You want to apply some transformation, some changes to your data set so that it becomes much cleaner. And then only you can go and load your data. Okay, so the ETL stuff, ETL process that goes on is just a process with which you go take your data taken forward, and that is how things work. Okay, so this is very important. No matter what the tool is, if you're working with data, you're definitely touching this ETL stuff, ETL process, and that's how things will go on. Okay. We'll work in detail on the transformation techniques. And I told you during the introduction to the course content, I said there is a dedicated section for transformation. We'll dedicatedly work on this. I would say more than 4 or 5 hours of session is going to be on transformation, and we'll apply a lot of transformation and work with this particular detail. Okay. So that's what is coming up. So here is what we have to do. So you're trying to go ahead and extract the data using some website, and you go and look at your information. It's not that clean. So we have to go and do some transformation to this. And only then we will be able to go load the data. So when you load the data, the tables are going to be coming into this particular pane. Okay. So the data pane is where you will go ahead and have your final tables come up. So you are already going ahead and doing this ETL stuff, and you don't need a separate ETL tool to go ahead and all do this cleansing for you. Okay. So this is how we go through this, and it's a very powerful tool. It's a combination of different things together, and it can do amazing things by itself. You don't have to go to an ETL tool for something else. You don't have to go to a visualization side of things for something else. You don't have to go to a modeling tool for something else. It's all integrated into this one tool, and that's one of the most powerful tools that you have. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to show you one more thing here. I'm just going to open a simple slide. Give me 1 second, just because I'm talking about the power of Power BI. I wanted to show you where is Power BI today. Okay, so let me just show you one simple slide. Give me 1 second. Sorry for this delay. But yeah, let me just bring up this slide here, and you'll understand where we stand with Power BI today. Okay, so just look at this. We have a company called as Gartner, and Gartner goes and looks at every single tool out there in the market. It does this for different domains. Okay, you go and look for some AI based tools and look for some BI, business intelligence, or analytical tools. Here you can go and find different tools being kind of rated by this particular organization, and it is giving you this in a different quadrant. And you can see this quadrant here is going to be a leaders quadrant, and we call this as magic quadrant by Gartner that is publishing all of this report. Now look at Microsoft. This tool is from Microsoft. Power BI is from Microsoft. And where is Microsoft? Microsoft is at the very top, and there is a huge gap. There is a huge gap between all of these different vendors. They are still coming in. They are just getting into different quadrants. They are just getting into this, but Microsoft is the leader in the market right now in the BI space. Okay. So Microsoft has been there here for more than 7, 8 years that I know. Okay. So that's how you have to go and look at it. So you are learning one of the best tools out there in the market. A lot of people are switching from different tools and different vendors. They are going back to Microsoft because of the cheap, and very effective, cost effective solutions that they offer. And it's easy to use. You will find a lot of people now switching to Microsoft Power BI as a tool within the organization, and that's how things are working. Okay. So that's again an edge over what you're learning here. So you're learning one of the best tools in the market right now. It's one of the leaders in the market right now. And that's how I want you to go and look at it. Okay. Yeah. So we'll just talk more about all those stuffs during our session, but let's go and get into this. So I want to clean the data. So what I'll do is I'll have to go and click on transform data now. Okay. So if I click on it, what Power BI does is it goes and offers you a different window altogether where we will be able to quickly do some transformations. Okay. I'm going to do this very quickly, but I'll take you through all of this process in detail. I'm going to talk about all of this in our session in detail. So let's go ahead and quickly do this, given the importance of time. And I see a lot of people are coming in and also dropping off. So let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to choose all of these columns that are all null. So I'll just go ahead and choose all of these columns that are null. I'll right click here and I'll just go ahead and say, hey, let's go ahead and remove these columns, right? I'll go ahead and say remove columns, and those columns are all removed from this particular thing. We are cleaning the data now. Yes. Let's go back and let's go ahead and find out a way in which I can get rid of all of these unwanted totals that I'm seeing here. And we'll only retain the country level information so that if I add all of those country level totals, I will be able to get to the world level information as well, right? So we'll just go ahead and do that. Now, what you'll observe is there is all null values here, and that's a clue that this data is giving you. So wherever there is null, it's something that I don't want to have in my final results, right? So I don't want to have the world level information. I don't want to have continent level information. These are just adding to your data set, and this is just not something that we want, right? So what I'll do is I'll quickly go ahead and get rid of this null, and it's all about just like working in Excel or in any other tool. You'll just go ahead and say, hey, I don't want nulls, and that should get rid of all of this information. So I just want to retain all of this numbers, but no nulls, because the nulls are what are being defined here this way. And if I get rid of the nulls, I'll get rid of these different unwanted and unnecessary totals. Okay. So I'll just go click on it, uncheck null, do that, say okay. Again, going back to those questions that were asked in the chat, are we writing any line of code? No. We're just going in and doing this on the user interface that was given to us. And it's pretty simple to go and do. And if you just understand what are the different phases in this particular tool, how do you go take about and go about working with the data, all of that is very important. Once you have that knowledge, you are mastering this tool already, and it's nothing different and difficult here. Okay. I would say there is a learning curve to DAX. So when it comes to DAX, it has a very steep learning curve. Okay. So DAX is something that you have to go and learn for sure. And people are scared of DAX, but like I said, we're going to be involving ourselves into that extensive DAX sessions. And these sessions are really going to help you build that foundation, and you will feel confident about DAX and then work with DAX. Okay. That's how I want you to go and look at it. So there is a learning curve. I'm not saying this is difficult. I'm not saying this is not possible at all. No, I'm not giving any negative confidence here. I'm just saying that yes, it's possible. With the right approach, you can go and learn all of that. Okay, everyone is learning something new every single day. And if you can just put in those efforts of that dedicated time and efforts, you can always learn tax. Okay. Yeah, I'll go and show you the simplest way of working with tax. All right. Good. So this is all done clean. I just want to see that the table name is all good. So what I'll do is I'll just right click here, and then there is an option to rename it. So pretty simple. Again, the user interface. I'm going to call this as COVID data set. Okay, let's just do that. Hit enter, complete my changes. Done. Now remember, we were here in this main window and we were trying to go and extract our data. We went into this window because we wanted to transform our information. So we have fixed that null issues. We have removed some columns from the right hand side. So transformations are all done. My data is looking nice and neat. So what I'll do is I'll go and load the data. Oops, sorry for that. So we are in this extraction phase. From there, we went into the transformation phase, and now we are going to go and load the data and complete our loading process. So once I do that, close and apply, I'm going to close and apply. It's going to take the changes into this main window, and you'll start seeing this information come up here. Okay, so COVID dataset is being loaded, and you'll start seeing all of this here. So once I have that data, let me show you very quickly how can you go and build a visualization. Okay, so we'll see how that goes, and we'll understand how this is all going to be done in Power BI. It's going to be one of the simplest process of working with your data. Okay, and I'll just go and show you how to build a simple report here. Have a look. So all I have to do is I can do this in just a few clicks. Okay, I'll show you the data first, and then we will go and understand how this is all working. So the data now looks good, right? It's neat and clean. We just have only country level information. We have total cases, total deaths, total recovered, so on and so forth. And if you have seen any charts, graphs, and anything on the internet, let's just go ahead and say COVID dashboards or something like that. Okay, we'll just go and search for that. Let's go to the images here, and you go to any of these different you know, charts, reports, or dashboard, however you want to call it, you'll see that this is how things look like, right? So there is this, and I think it is on some sort of a different language altogether. Anyways, so this should be the total positive cases. This should be someone who has recovered from COVID. It's all green. The color really indicates a lot of things. And then the cases, the deaths in this COVID stuff is all this one, and probably someone who is still recovering or something like that is all kind of mentioned. And you can see the numbers talk volumes here, the shapes and sizes in a map talks a lot of things here. So let me show you how to go and create something like this and how easy it is going to be to go and work with this particular detail. Okay. Now, before I move on, let me just show you, we have this continent level information coming in our table. We have the country level information that we can use. And also all of these different details are available for us to go and use along with these information. Okay. So let me show you just with few clicks, how can you go and build a chart? And that's how Power BI is so simple. But we have to do a lot of things before we can get to this particular point where you have already cleansed your data, already gone ahead and done everything with your data. The data is now looking perfect. Now that's when I start visualizing the data. I don't and I won't go back and forth into these different things, and I won't be going ahead and working with this data. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with simple chart here. And I'm just going to understand what is the country level total and continent level total. So we'll just go ahead and do that first, and let's see how that goes. Okay. So I'll start off with the continent level chart. So I'm just going to use this first chart here, stacked bar chart. Click on that. And I have a magic rule that I always go and follow. Okay. And we'll discuss these definitions in detail during our session, but I'm just going to give you a glimpse of it. So what we call in our data world for anything that is descriptive in nature, right? Look at this continent column. It's descriptive in nature. So anything descriptive in nature is called as a dimension. Okay. This is called as a dimension. And anything that can be aggregated, some numbers that you can add, min, max, count, standard deviation, if you can do all of that, those numbers, especially I would just like to go and look at the summation part of it. If you can sum a number, if you sum a column, it will give you a meaningful results. In this case, I'll get the total cases, the total of the total cases. So we'll just go and get that. So that's going to be called as a measure. Okay, so we have two things here. One is a measure and one is a dimension. And the magic rule that I go and follow usually, and this is going to give you the results no matter what, is if you use one dimension, one measure, then it's going to be just useful and you'll be getting the basic chart out. Have a look at this. One dimension, one measure. What do we understand? Continent is a dimension, and let's say total cases is going to be the measure, right? So we'll just go with this total cases. So anything that has a summation symbol that is more than a measure here in Power BI, you can call that way, and that's how things are going to be. So we have identified a dimension and we have identified a measure. So what I'll do is I'll just go and use this for our advantage. So look at this. This is the magic rule, the golden rule that I follow. I select a chart, I use one dimension and one measure, and boom, you have a chart out. Look at that. That's a simple chart. I can do this on any chart. Let's go with this donut chart here. And I'm just going to say, hey, let's go with the same thing. Continent and the total cases. One dimension, one measure. The same thing comes out. So it's going to be very easy if you learn how to go and do all of this. Just a click of a button and it get to see all of these charts here. Okay. So let's say, for example, I want to see what is the different things by country. So I'm just going to go do the same thing. Let's create one more chart. And now it's going to be country wise total cases. So we have that. Okay. And the way things work in Power BI is you are bringing this data from one single table. So there were two charts created using the same table, and these details are already, something that is together. And let's say, for example, I just go ahead and filter out something like, let's just do Europe here. I'll say okay. And you can see that when I filter out Europe on this particular column, the relevant informations are being filtered on this side as well, right? So you filter continent and it is going to show you all the relevant countries within that particular continent. So similarly, things like that will happen in your visualization as well. For example, if I click on Europe here, click, that's going to filter, that's going to cross filter the details on the other chart. You don't have to do anything here. And this is what your users are looking for. They want to see the relevant information to be shown here. Okay. So you click on Asia, it's going to highlight all the Asian countries and show you what's going on. You can very well do all of this here. So this is the beauty of this particular tool. It's going to go show you the relevant information on the respective chart, right? And that's how things are going to work. So that's the beauty of this particular tool. And you can see just like that, I've created so many charts right away, right? Let's say, for example, I want to have that total cases, total deaths, and so many other things. And let's say I want to have the title on top. Let's quickly do that. And let's quickly just kind of get this simple visualization or report done. So I'm going to add a title here. I'm going to say, hey, COVID cases. This is going to be COVID dashboard. You can bring in a logo and you can have that COVID logo here, whatever that is, the image of a COVID virus and all of that, coronavirus. So you can bring that. Let's go ahead and add a text box on top. And what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and make sure that it is so simple, so neat. And we'll just go ahead and make it little, nice. So I'm just going to call this as COVID data set or COVID what is it called as, let's call this as COVID report or something like that. Okay, and I'm just going to make it a little bolder. I'm going to make it a little bigger. That's what it is. And let's just give it this a little good nice theme. And let's say I want to go with that coronavirus thing like that. So I'm just going to say corona virus, and let's just see if I can get some images out of that. So we want to go with this let's say this image here, and I want to make sure that you know let's just save this in my local desktop here. Let's just do that, save. And I'm just going to go with this detail. Okay, so I'm just going to add that as a detail, but I want to also have my text boxes formatted to that. So let me just click on that and I'll just go back and do some effects here. I'm going to go with this darker shade of gray for now. Okay, that's the background that I have. I'll go ahead and adjust it as I feel after I bring in the logo. And I want to make sure this text is all white. So I'm just going to change that a little bit like that. Good. Let's go ahead and bring in the image quickly. So I'll just go ahead and say insert. Let's go ahead and have an image brought in. And I'm going to refer to the image that I have downloaded just now. Okay, I'm just going to say okay. And that's our image. I'm going to resize all of this. Let's just do that. Oops, give me a minute. So I'm just going to say, let's take that way. And this is how it is. It is, kind of, I would say, dwelling well with my background. So I'm just going to keep it like that. Okay, we can just go ahead and adjust that as you please. But I think I'm okay with that for now. Okay, so this is what we have. So we have just built it that way. And if you want to sync everything to your, COVID coronavirus things, you can just go ahead and make that. So let me just click on this. And I'm just going to say, hey, the bars can be something like the red or the gray that we have there. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly go ahead and change that to like that. And this one is by different countries. So you can go ahead and have similar charts or graphs drawn, but let's just go ahead and have that a little darker like that. Or even if you want to go with that shades of red and other things, you can very well do that. It's up to you. Okay. Now we have just changed that and we'll just go ahead and quickly create some, KPIs. We call this as KPIs or big bold numbers that are really suggesting you what is that going on. Okay. So I'll just not go do too many things, but I'll just show you how this works. So if I click on a card visual, you can just go ahead and have this, detail here. So for example, let's just go ahead and take the COVID cases. I'm just going to check that box, nothing else. I'm not going to do anything with that. Check that box and it's going to give you 705 million. And that's the total cases, sum of total cases. Okay. And you can go ahead and adjust this to a way different level. That's all fine. Let's say, for example, I'm just going to do a few different things. I'm going to make it a little bolder. So let's just go ahead and make this a little bolder and I'm going to go with the same darker color. for this particular font size and the shape here, that is looking good. And I want to have some background things done. So let's go ahead and go to effects. And I will make sure that this is all a lighter shade of gray at least. And you can just still go with something like red or anything of that sort. It's up to you, but I'm just going to go with this all gray color here. Let's just go ahead and see that. Or if you really feel that, okay, this is not something that I want, and I want to make sure the total cases is all, let's say you go with all of this, COVID related details, right? So let's go back one step, and you want to go with all of this red, blue, and green and all of that. Let's say positive things is all, the positive numbers or COVID cases is all orange. Let's go ahead and go with that. So let's say, for example, I'll just go here and change that to, let's say, orange. Okay. So let's go with this orange. I'm just going to pick something from the tool here. Let's just do that. Something brighter. Okay. That looks good. And now it's going to be super easy. I can just copy and paste this visual couple of times, and we can just go and change these numbers. Okay. So we will go from, total cases to total deaths, let's say, for example, and I'm just going to remove all this checkbox, and I'm just going to add the total deaths. That's all. And then we will go back here, and let's say, for example, I want to just go and see deaths per million population. That's all there, and you can just all see that. Okay. So death should be marked in gray, red, I mean. And I know this is a serious thing, but I'm just kind of showing you how you go build these details, but that's how this is all working. Okay, and finally, we'll just again have this one, the red one for this one as well. So you can just go do this, take the formatting from here, paste it. All of that is simple things that you do with any tool. If you have worked in you know um, PPTs, if you've worked with Microsoft tools before, you can very well understand that this is all the same thing, right? So that's how you go and build something, and this is all how you can go and very quickly do this. So we can see it took almost a few seconds, few minutes to go from simple uh, blank canvas to something like this, and you can always build this. I can add more details to it and all of that. And what you'll see me do is we'll go and create some charts, graphs, and reports like this in our session. I'm just opening a file. I'll show you that. And we are going to work on those different aspects of building the reports and bringing up some details out like that. Okay, just let me show you that, and I'll hand over my I'll open the floor for Q&A, and then we'll go through some questions and answers. Okay. So let me show you this. This is a class project that we have done, and look at what we have done. This is simple and super easy to go and understand. This is one of our sessions project. We just did that. And if you go from this welcome screen, let's just go to the welcome screen. This is a welcome screen. And let's say you have your user brought into this screen, and they click on this button, sales report. Click on that button. That is going to take them to this one. And let's go ahead and go back to the home screen. That goes back to this home screen. And this is how you can navigate between different things. Your users will have all slicers, all information to slice and dice, and you can see the every single visual change based on that. So we'll go and design something like this in our session, and I can replicate the same thing in our session as well. So that's what I do, and we'll go and work something like this. Okay, so that's what we will go and do. And this was just a quick demo of how to go and load the data, how to go and cleanse the data, how to go and work on these visualizations. But we are going to deep dive into all of this in some time. Okay. All right, that should be it from my side. I'm going to open the floor for Q&A. I'm going to allow you to have the mic permission. You can unmute from your side and talk to me if you have any questions. Let's go one by one. If anyone has any questions, I'll take that up, and I'll just pass it on to my team after that. Okay. Is there any projects too in the whole session? Yes, we will be working on capstone projects. There are 4 capstone projects coming your way at the end of the course. And there is going to be a lot of assignments and hands-on that I give. I have different modules, and once I cover and complete different modules here, let's say, for example, we go through the introduction to Power BI. There's going to be an assignment and a hands-on coming your way. When we go and cover connecting to various data sources, I have got assignments around that and hands-on around that. That is coming your way. So every single time I complete a simple module, I will be sharing and going through a lot of assignments. You can ask for more, and my students are already asking for more. So we will have that kind of thing going on. So we have hands-on after every module, and at the end of this course, at the end of this entire Power BI course, we'll have 4 big projects to do. The projects are all from sales domain, insurance domain, something on retail, and something on other things that I am aware of. So I just have brought that, and I'll be sending that to you so that you can work on those details. Okay. So that's what is coming up. When are we going to start officially evening batch? Yeah, let my team talk about it. They should have some plans. This just kind of a demo session. I did not want to take this as a first session because of the participants and other things. So we'll soon let you know, and I'll let my team talk to you about it. Karthik, can you just pitch in and let me know if we are starting sometime soon? When are we starting?
Yes, Ambishu, I'll take over from here.
Yeah. I'll just stop sharing. And if there are any technical questions, please feel free to ask. And otherwise, yeah, Karthik, over to you.
Yes, Ambishu. So this is Karthik from Raj Cloud Technologies again. I just like want to give you the complete registration part details and everything now. So hope you're able to see my screen, right? Can someone confirm in the chat, please? Like you're able to see my screen?
Yeah, Karthik, I can see your screen. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Amrisha. Thanks for the confirmation. Yeah, so this is our program, Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst program. So this course duration is 30 to 35 days, 40 to 45 hours will be delivery. Okay, so we're having a two batches. Okay, we have two batches like morning and evening batches. The morning batch timings are like 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. IST, and the evening batch timings are 9:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. IST. Sorry, 9:30 to 10:30 it will be. Evening batch like mostly will close it by 1 hour, or like it will be like 11 till 10:30 to 10:45 it will be. Okay. Yes, 10:30 to 10:45. So it will be the evening batch. So like mostly like we are planning to start the both batches at a time. That is like both morning and evening batches. Whatever the content we deliver in the morning session, the same content again it will be delivering in the evening session as well. Okay. So we don't restrict our people. Suppose like if you have joined the morning batch, okay. So unfortunately today like you are unable to make up to the morning batch today, then you can join the evening batch as well. Okay, whatever the content is, suppose we don't have a morning session today, evening also like we won't be having a session. Okay, in that way like we'll maintain both the sessions parallelly, both morning and evening batches. Okay, the morning batch timings are like 8 a.m. and the evening batch timings are 9:30 p.m. These two are the timings actually. Got it? So whatever the content we deliver in the morning session, same content will be repeated. There is no restriction. Even if you join for the morning batch, you can join the evening batch as well. If you want to join both morning and evening, yes, you can join both morning and evening as well. Okay, if you know that like you are going to miss today evening batch, at that time you can join morning and you can complete as well. Got it? So surely I can say that nowhere in the market, like no one is providing this opportunity for you. No one is providing to listen the same class again on the same day in the two slots, in the two different slots. Okay, no one is providing this opportunity. Okay, so this is what like this is one of the unique feature of this course. Got it? Yes. And coming to the fee structure, it is 15,000 rupees. As I said you, there is some special offers available. I'll just reveal about it. Okay, and in this program we are going to cover a four real-time projects and many more assignments also you are going to cover. Okay, no need to worry about that. So as you have seen the demo now, so like your instructor is going to provide the best assignments here, so no need to worry about that. You just like need to concentrate more and you should be consistent to practice and to just give the best things from your end. Okay, if you are consistent, that is more than enough to get more knowledge and to give the interview with 3 to 4 years experience also. Even if you want to showcase a 5 years experience also, yes, you can try. Okay, that completely depends on your practice. So how you are going to do for this 1 month program. Okay, and each and every session we are going to record and we are going to share it with you. For every session recording and the material, both the things we are going to provide you. Both recording and material will be provided to you. Today was a just introduction session. Today was a just introduction session. Okay, so the next session everything I'll just like inform you about in the group. Okay, and the thing is before starting this course we need to complete the SQL program. Okay, Oracle SQL program. So we are providing a complimentary training for you here, that is Oracle SQL. Okay, so these are the topics that we have provided in the Oracle SQL. So these are 10 plus videos are available. 10 videos are available. So around 15 hours of content. 15 plus hours of content is there. Okay, 15 plus hours of content is there. you need to complete these things before starting the Power BI. So like try
These
to like
recording sections are live sessions, sir.
these Oracle is a complimentary course, right? These are the recorded classes we are offering you. Okay, you can take a 3 days of time and you can complete it. Okay, so today is the 28th, right? So whoever is enrolling today, so you'll get the Oracle access tonight. Okay, and you can complete in the next 3 days mostly. Okay, so we'll plan our next session mostly on first or second. Okay, mostly on first or second, we'll plan our next session. So meanwhile, whatever the gap we have given to you for the 2 days or 3 days, so utilize this time and complete the Oracle SQL classes. I know few are already like experts are here on Oracle SQL, whoever is working from a long time. So for you people to engage you, so we will be providing you the first 10 classes of Power BI sessions. Whatever the last batch we have completed, from that batch, we are going to share you the first 10 classes videos. You can watch these 10 classes videos and you can practice meanwhile. Once the batch gets started, you are going to hear the same 10 classes once again in the live. Okay, same 10 classes once again in the live you are going to repeat. So at that particular time it will be very easy for you to understand, and you can easily understand like when compared with all other people. Got it? And for our training, mostly the first week and second week, mostly the first week and second week. The first week, like suppose we if we have started the classes on a Tuesday, that is first. Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday we'll be having a classes, like a weekly only 3 classes. For the first 1 week or 2 weeks, we will be having only 3 classes in a week, not 5 classes. Once everyone are into the content, once everyone setup was done, once everyone have completed your Oracle classes, okay, so after that like we'll be taking slowly into the main part. So that will be like you'll be having sessions from Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday continuously we'll be having 5 classes in a week. Got it? So this is how we planned for this batch. Okay. So we are planning to go for both morning and evening sessions parallelly. That is like morning batch is from 8 a.m. and the evening batch is from 9:30 p.m. So whoever is working and whoever is like coming to home bit late, for you people, this batch will work out. Okay. This batch will work out. Evening 9:30 p.m. batch. Got it? And coming to the offer, let me share. Okay, so in a website, you can see the home page. You can see the home page. Okay, so we are offering flat 15% discount on all our trainings. Okay, that means, yeah. So here the course price is, so here the course price is 15,000 rupees, right? So after discount, your course price will become just 12,750 rupees only. Okay, after applying the 15% discount, 15% discount, your price will be just 12,750 rupees. Okay, so I can see few people are from different country as well. So if you are out of India, how you can pay here is you can just like visit our website. You can visit our website, go to the courses section, select Power BI trainings, select Power BI trainings. Okay, so you will be able to see the complete information about our Microsoft Power BI complete course like like whatever the course content, what are the technologies we thought, what are the course unique features, everything like we have mentioned here very clearly. If you want to enroll for the morning batch, you can click on pay and enroll in the morning batch. If you want to go for the night batch, you can click on the night batch. Okay, you can just click on here pay and enroll now. You will be redirected to a payment page. This is our payment page. So 15% cart discount is available here. You can just like fill your details. Okay, you can just fill your details, and there are two payment options are available here. One is Indian credit or debit cards, EMI or UPI. So these are the like different payment modes. We will accept UPI, bank transfer, net banking, debit card, credit card. Okay, and EMI options. If you want to go for the EMI option also, you can pay through the website. If you have the credit card, you can go with the EMI option as well. If someone want to pay through the international debit cards, let's suppose like you are from a different country like US, UK, Canada, or from some other countries, you can go through this international credit card debit cards. Okay, The completely fee will be on us. Okay, whatever the transaction fee, whatever the platform fee. Okay, so these fees completely on us. No need to worry about that. Even someone who is paying here from the credit cards, if you pay through website, okay, if your card supported to the website, if you pay through website, you will be getting a only you will be paying only 12,750. You can see here only 12,750 is the amount that you are going to pay. Whatever the charges, it will be on us. No need to worry about that. Even for the international transactions as well. Okay, so the charges completely will be on us. You just like you can complete the payment of 12,750 rupees and you can get enrolled to this course. Got it? So this is what the complete information about the registration part and everything. Okay. And if you have any questions, if you have any questions, if you have any doubts that you want to connect with us, or else like if you want to connect to the trainer personally for any queries, you can contact us on this number 810-529-6858. You can take a screenshot or I'll share with you. I'll share with you. Okay, so these are the mobile numbers that will respond from morning 8 a.m. to morning 8 a.m. IST, morning 8 a.m. IST to 11 p.m. IST, 11 p.m. IST from Sunday to Monday. All days will be available. From Sunday to Monday, every day will be available. So no need to worry about that. Got it? So if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me, please. If anyone having any questions regarding the registration part, regarding the technical questions, yes, please.
Hi Karthik, this is Ganga.
Yeah, hi Gangagaru, please tell me.
Yeah, actually, in data analysis, I was asking you about that, right? Previously, hope you remember me.
Go ahead,
So,
complete your question, please.
no, actually, in data analysis means that Tableau tool also it will be including, right? So, can we consider only Power BI tool only based on that as a data analyst?
Amrishan Garu, can you please take the question?
Yeah, let me take up that question. Yeah, so there are couple of learning paths, and what you can do is so Power BI, SQL, Excel. This is one set, I would say, with which you can take this career path and you can move on. Yes, data analyst may require a lot of tools, and adding these tools like Tableau, there are other tools like ClickView, ClickSense. A lot of tools can be learned, and you can add that to your belt as well. But what I'm saying here is if you are interested more towards Power BI, you can take this course, this approach, and you have to learn the required other skill sets like SQL and Excel, and you can take the career forward. And Power BI is in demand. I would say if I were to choose Power BI or Tableau today, Power BI is in demand. I'm not saying Tableau is not having that much scope, but it also has that, but it is fading. Okay, the demand is fading for Tableau, and everyone from Tableau is switching towards Power BI. So that's my take on this. But yes, you can learn this, or if you want to enroll for the Tableau course, you can certainly look for those options as well with Raj Cloud Technologies, and you can take it forward. Okay. But these are two different tools, and for this particular course, we are only offering Power BI. If you want to go with that, you can definitely take it. And like I said, it's all about the career path that you take, and as you progress through that path, you can certainly add these tools to your knowledge belt. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Because of
Sure.
I'm
Welcome.
searching for the complete data analysis course. So
Mm-hmm.
in that I have searched in many websites. I have seen that whatever the data analysis means SQL, as you said,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Power BI is very most powerful tool. I know that,
Right,
and
understood. And if you have a
and for
very
the
specific request, yes, if you have a
no,
very
I
specific
don't.
request,
Mm,
like I said, like if you want to learn Power BI plus Tableau, reach out to my team and we'll accommodate that kind of a
no,
request from
not
our
like
side.
that. I have a less
Yeah.
knowledge about this, so just want
Mm-hmm.
to knowing that. But without a Tableau also.
Mm-hmm.
Can we, it means can we attend the interviews and all like a data analysis because of I'm working in Wipro as a team leader. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
actually we are taking the data and all everything from the SQL query and we are
Right.
reporting to clients and all. So so
Mm-hmm.
that's the part. If I'm keeping 5 years or 3 years also, I can survey if I get into in the other company, I hope I can survey because of in daily I'm doing the data work only, right? So
Yeah.
that's the reason I choose this course. But I heard that it means Tableau only for the visualization means reporting showing, right? So without that
Right.
also, can we survey na, as a data analysis with only
Yes, yes. See, the
Power
knowledge
BI?
that we want to have is Power BI plus SQL is more than enough. Like I said,
Hmm.
if not Tableau, in the sense Tableau plus SQL, so that is what I would say. So these are combination. These are some set of
Okay, okay,
tools
okay.
and technologies you can go with. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you are telling SQL and Power BI is one combination and SQL and Power
Yes.
Tableau is another. Okay, okay.
Correct, correct. Yeah, you can go with
But
that, and that will give you that edge over the interviews, right? Because you have the
hmm,
database knowledge plus data visualization tools knowledge, so that will help you there. Yeah.
okay, I don't know the Power BI and all. Okay, just
Okay. Yeah.
thank you. Thank you so
Sure,
much.
sure. No problem.
Mm.
That's fine. And like I said, reach out to our team for sure for any clarification, any
Yeah,
queries.
yeah, yeah. I
They'll
know.
be able to guide you on that. Yes. Yeah.
Sure, sure, sure. I know Karthik very well.
Sure, sure.
Yeah,
Okay, good,
thank you.
good.
Mm.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah. Any
Venkateshwar.
other
Yeah.
questions from anyone, please? So if you are good with the content, if you are good with the complete information like what we shared with you, can I get a clear in the chat, please? Can I get a clear word in the chat, please? So that I can understand like what are the information that we have provided to you. It is like easily understandable and everything for you clear. Okay. I can see 2, 3, 4. Yeah, good. So like if you haven't dropped your name and WhatsApp number, you can drop now. You can drop now so that you will be getting the complete today's session recording as well. Yeah, someone is having a question. Javed, please go ahead.
Karthik, actually, okay. I'm in that group.
You're already in the group. Okay, that is great. That is great. If you're already in the group, that is great. Not a problem.
No
Okay, so if
issue.
not, you can just like share the number here.
Okay, I'm in that group only.
Great. Yeah.
Oh,
So still anyone is having any questions, please?
Sir, in Power BI, is it most important things those I have SSIS, SSAS, SSRS? Because one of my friend has went to interview. There is questions are has asked in Power BI.
Okay. See,
So can
the
we?
interviews. Yeah, the interviews today and the job requirement today is expecting too much from the candidate or participants. Okay. So
Okay.
let's say, for example, if it's not only just Power BI that people are requiring, and they may have Python integration, they may have R kind of other tools integration in their project. So a lot of people are expecting a lot of different combinations along with Power BI. But I would say,
Okay.
just like how I mentioned, SQL knowledge is something that you have to eventually go and learn. And if you have that knowledge, that's an add-on to your
Hmm.
Power BI skill set. That's one. And since you're talking about SSIS, RS, and
Okay.
AS, and these are some nice, good, BI stack that you have already have a knowledge on, this is going to be really, again, a good, nice add-on or a good, nice platform and a foundation for you to go and, take it forward and learn Power BI. So with this understanding of these different tools, you have the ETL stuff in SSIS coming in, you have the cubes that you have built in SSAS, and the reporting tool. Power is just going to take this details to the next level, and we are just slightly switching to the more modern tools that way. So all of these knowledge is just going to be a good, nice add-on, and it is definitely going to be the foundation that you need to learn and go forward in Power BI. So like I said, interviews today is expecting a lot, and we need to have this kind of a foundation for sure, and that is just going to be an edge over other participants for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else, guys? Any other questions? I see Javed unmuting yourself, but I'm not able to hear you if you're talking. Yeah, just check your microphone. Maybe something else is selected in the microphone side of things. Just make sure that you're talking through the right mic. It happens with Zoom all the time. Okay.
Sir,
Aniket, I see you. Yes,
yeah,
yes, please.
am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. I can
Okay.
hear you.
So in this Power BI, you said that we can do cleanup activity transformations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are we able to create some staging area? Like I want to clean up the activity from source, create a staging area, clean the standard resource, and from that I need to create a report. But I need to persist that intermediate level. Is it possible in Power BI?
No, it is not possible. So just let's look at this from a reporting perspective. This is a reporting tool. So we are bringing in the data. We are trying to go ahead and push the data into the tool. Start building some reports here. Karthik, if may I just go ahead and share my screen just 1 second, please. Yeah.
Yes, Ambarishan,
Yeah.
please go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. I'll just take that. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to share my screen one more time just to give you a quick idea about it. So, I mean, we don't have a staging kind of a area as is, but if I go to the transformation, window here, and this was our Power Query window. So you can see that. Let's start from here. Okay, there is a place, there is a step which is going to be set up by Power BI. These are different things that we performed with our data set. So if you remember, we removed some columns and we filtered the nulls out of that particular first column. So all of that is there. So have a look. We have the null columns here, and if I go to the next step, it's all getting removed. The null values and null columns are all getting removed. So we have a step-by-step process through which we are adding more layers of transformation, getting rid of certain things. So there is no staging area as such, but you can always go back and refer to something that you already wanted to go and look at. Probably you can just go look at that and you can come back. So this kind of setup is what we have here. It's not a separate staging table. You can always use this steps here to go back and check whatever was coming in and how you modified it and how are you taking it forward. So that's something that you can do with Power BI. Yeah. Okay.
So one more thing, like the reason I was asking this question was because we have a requirement saying that I need to backtrack a particular area, like a particular report value. So suppose I have a total sum of total debts I have put a filter somewhere and that value is not accurate. If I want to backtrack that value to the source, so is it like I need to go to each and every that steps which is showed just now? I need to click each and every step and backtrack it. Is there any easier way, like how I do this?
What you can do is you can always go back to the source. We usually go back to the source, query things there, understand what is the details that way. Okay.
Yeah, source might be jumbled up, right? But that's not a clean
Right.
data, so that's what I was
Again,
asking.
yes, I understand your point,
Yeah.
but this is how we do it. Otherwise, what you can do is, with this Power Query editor, we write some codes. Okay, this is called as M code, and you don't have to really learn that, but this M code can really help you to push the data into a database if you want, and store it somewhere like that, and then you can compare this data plus whatever you have done in your reporting environment. So that can be a comparison that you can do. But like I said, the reporting tool is going to be a read-only environment for you most of the time. But if you wish to go and take that and push it into some tables, a staging table like you do, that can be done. And you can refer to that table again back here and then do some comparison. So we can try that way. But I wouldn't really suggest all of that because that's going to be taking one extra effort in storage and retrieval and all of that information. So we don't really do that way here. Yeah.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Anyone? Okay, Javed, I still see your mic unmuted. If you're trying to speak, I'm not sure. I'm not able to hear you.
Yeah, hello, can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes, Javed.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep. Go on.
Yes, I am working as a Odoo ERP technical consultant. Is this suitable for me for BI?
Okay. Can you help me with your job role, everyday's activities? What do you do here with your tool? Just help me with that because that's not something that I'm familiar with. Just help me with your job description, please. What do you do with that?
Okay, I will send by the WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
No problem.
Yeah, sure. Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, we can have a separate connect and we
Thanks.
can go through that. Not a problem. Yes.
No problem. Okay.
Good. All right.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Anything else from anyone, guys? Otherwise, we can just wrap it up. All right. If not, thank you so much, everyone. Karthik, any last few words from your side before we conclude the
Yes,
session?
like let me know like if anyone is clear with all your doubts and everything, so we can wrap up the session. So and you can connect with me on the numbers like which I have shared with you already. Okay, so I'll be available till 11 p.m. today as well. So we can connect and we can clear whatever the doubts you have, or else like if you want to go with the registration part, everything like I will be there to help you.
All
Yeah,
right, cool.
I hope like I hope no, I cannot see any questions in the chat as well. So I hope like we can wrap up the session. Thank you all. Thank you for joining session today. Have a great day. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.
Okay,
See ya.
thanks a lot.